Hey family, I'm back with the next installment of Find Your Flavor, and we have done a lot of great work. So we started by first understanding our life, doing a life audit, going back through our life, looking for general themes, looking for stories, looking for all types of information that could possibly point us to our flavor. We followed it up with an interest inventory. What things have we always wanted to do, or that we gravitate towards when we have free time, or that we would desire to do in our free time, what people say that we're good at. We've invited people to dinner to get an outside perspective on, hey, are there some things about me that I'm really good at, or I'm really drawn to, or I gravitate towards, or people can count on me for, that I don't typically embrace or see as something that could be indicative of my flavor. We followed that up with, so we invited people to dinner. Then we got all those cooks out of the kitchen, because while we solicited their input, we didn't want them to have a permanent space in our decision-making area of our life. So we solicit for information, and then we close the doors and we kind of go into prayer and have a conversation with God about where we're supposed to be going, what we're supposed to be doing, what we were designed and built to do. So then we came behind that and said, okay, what kind of life do I want? When I wake up in the morning, what kind of day do I want? What kind of week do I want? What kind of month? What kind of year? What kind of family do I want? What kind of relationships do I want? What kind of connections do I want? What kind of value do I want to add to the world? It's an ideal day. And I hope by now you can start to see some major things. So what I want us to do this time, and I know I've been encouraging you guys not to draw conclusions, but we're really close to finding your flavor. And then after we kind of get there, we're going to talk about what you can do with it after you find it, right? Because that's how finding it is part of the battle. But then what? What do I do with it? So what I want you to do is I want you to draw a T diagram. Or not a T diagram, excuse me, like quadrants. Let's take it back to geometry, and you've got, the 1, 2, 3, 4 quadrants. And in each quadrant, one, I want you to put skills, I want you to put talents, I want you to put desire, and I want you to put passion. And I just want you to list the first 5 to 10 things in each one of those quadrants. What order you put it in, it doesn't matter. I want you to put them in there. Don't edit, don't think. If you've watched the previous videos, you know the difference between a passion, a skill, a talent, and a desire. Really knowing that about yourself, which is why we did all of these things, to really kind of excavate our mind and say, who am I? What do I like? What do I want to do? What am I drawn? What am I naturally good at? Okay, that is what I want you to do. And you'll start to see some overlap. And now it's okay to start kind of drawing some conclusions. And here's the thing, I don't want to tell you what you should pick, or that, oh, it should look like this. To me, with prayer, it'll jump out from the page and you'll see it overlap. The catch is the catch is a lot of times it's very obvious, but we think, how am I going to make that a career? How am I going to make money from that? And so we don't think it's the thing, right? And remember, I've been saying this whole time, don't always think career. Your flavor in life could be the best mother or father there ever was to your child. Your flavor could be to grow the best basil ever. Your flavor could be you're that person that everybody can count on, and that is what you'll be remembered for. So I don't want you to think that it directly has to relate to a career. Now, you can use your flavor to lead to a career if you so desire, but not all of it is directly correlated. You may need to find a career that lets you use your flavor a lot, okay? Or some of us can find our flavor and we can build something around it. We can take our talent and interest and pair it up with what our flavor is, what we were built to do, and then it becomes a career. So I want you to do that. Remember the 4 quadrants: skills, interest, passion, desire. Is that what I said? I think so. Whatever I said the first time, that's bad, y'all. I need a snack, okay? But that's what we're going to do. I will tell you that you will find out that there's a lot of things you're interested in, And I don't want to lead you down a path of believing that your flavor is one-dimensional. No flavor is one-dimensional. Let me go into my little chef mode. A lot of times when I teach classes on cooking with spices, I talk about how there are water-soluble and oil-soluble compounds inside of most spices. Okay, and what that means is if I put that spice in a water-based environment, a soup, a sauce, okay, is going to have a certain flavor. I'm still going to know that it's cumin or paprika or coriander or whatever it is, but it's going to taste a little different in water than, let's say, if I put it in oil. And I explained that in Western civilization, we put things into the liquid and then we cook it, okay? Whereas in a lot of more Eastern cultures, they will put an oil in the pan, put the spices in, and the oil-soluble compounds will come out. It's called blooming. Anyway, look it up. I gave you a little lesson on spices right there. But the point is, there's lots of different profiles or components to that one spice. Okay, and then if you combine it with other spices, that's another video. Okay, but if you combine it with other spices, then it takes on a life of its own. So I don't want you to think it's one thing. It can be 2 or 3 things that are very similar and intertwined, right? Intertwined. That's my emotion for intertwined. Okay, so do the quadrants, and I will send out all the documents that I've created, because I had some technical difficulties, you guys, so I apologize about the find your flavor button or whatever. So I'm just going to redo it. It should be working by the time you're viewing this video. You should just be able to go right in and click on the link, and put your information and click on the link, and then I'll be sending out a series of emails and follow-ups and things like that. So guys, I hope you're enjoying it. If you have kind of already started to see some patterns of what your flavor might be, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to kind of know how you guys' journey is going. If you're sharing this with your friends and family, it's weird. I love food. I love cooking. I love that part of my life. But this was such a huge part of getting to that for me that, I would just feel selfish if I didn't share this, right? Like, why hold on to this information? So I'm just putting it out there for those of you who want to partake of it. Hey, great. If you're like, girl, when you gonna get back to them hair videos? I pretty much wear a twist out, but that may be coming in the future. But I really just felt the pressing to get this out and share it with you guys. This is probably the most consistent I've ever been with videos, and so that is an indicator to me. And those who have an ear will hear it. So anyway, without being all serious and whatnot, I want to let you know, guys, that the Find Your Flavor workshop is around the corner, and we've got some amazing women coming to talk about how they found their flavor. I'm gonna do a separate video kind of highlighting them and giving you access to their information, but I want to let you know that if you haven't heard of Honeybee Natural magazine, the founder of that magazine will be on the panel. If you haven't heard of Black Girl Social, one of the co-founders will be on the panel. If you haven't heard of Empower Me Coach, the founder of Empower Me Coach will be on the panel. If you haven't heard of Sporty Afros, the founders of Sporty Afros will be on the panel. Okay, if you haven't heard of the Sister Millionaire Club, the Sister Millionaire Club founder will be on the panel. And all of these women have found their flavor and are doing fantastic things with it. They are an example of how they are taking their flavor and putting it into something else, whether it's an organization or a business or a career. There's all different levels of that. Some of them still have full-time jobs. Some of them do what they do full-time. Of course, yours truly will be there on the panel, and I'm going to be sharing my story about how I went from chemical engineering and that life to becoming a chef, and all the ups and downs that comes with kind of changing your identity and detaching your identity from what you do to who you are. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you're enjoying this series. Don't forget to follow me on the internet at Chef Evelyn. on Facebook at Chef Evelyn, Twitter at Chef Evelyn, Instagram and Pinterest at Chef Evelyn, and always at ChefEvelyn.com. You can join the Inside Dish to find out about some of my other events, some more food related. Don't forget to subscribe to my other channel here on the YT, Chef Evelyn TV. And I think that's it. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Want to get a conversation going? Would love for some of you guys to do some video responses. I'm so into that, to kind of get your thoughts. You know, a lot of times when I listen to people talk about something, I extrapolate something else that they didn't even say, that I know that they meant to say, but they didn't say it, but I got it anyway. So if you have one of those moments where you're like, ooh, she said this and it made me think X, Y, and Z, I would love to see your video responses to that, and just tag me so I can find your video responses. And yeah, this is exciting, you guys. I'm loving it. I'm feeling it. I'm excited about the workshop. And it's not just going to be a panel of them talking at you and you're just sitting there listening. It is going to be an interactive dialogue. We're going to do a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about in this video live together. We're going to share. We're going to be transparent. We're going to eat. We're going to have a good time. We're going to laugh. You know, we're going to do some other things that probably won't be in the videos because it's not really conducive to being a video, but it's great for being together with a group of people who are on the same journey. So I'm rambling, okay? I'm rambling, but I get so excited when I talk about this. So anyway, guys, I will see you in my next video, and hopefully I will see you on the 30th at the Find Your Flavor workshop. Till then, peace.